What is going on? What is going on, everyone? This is Coach Derica L. Frazier. Thank you so much for taking time to watch over this video. I am so super excited and jacked up because of the fact that you guys are about to experience a healing like never before. Let me tell you guys, as a child being molested, it's nothing that no one wants to talk about. It's an uncomfortable subject. It's a subject that really just, it makes you just feel dirty. It makes you feel ashamed. It makes you feel unworthy. And I experienced so many of those different things until I found these 7 steps. Once I found these 7 steps and I was able to actually successfully go through these steps, I started to experience a different me. I started to experience myself. I started to love myself again. I started to have standards again. I started to feel self-worth again. I started to discover my purpose, because for so long I felt like I was just drifting. And many of you can probably relate to this. I just felt like I was here. I felt like I was doing most of the right things, but I really just didn't know my purpose. And when you go so long through life and not know what your purpose are, you tend to feel like you're just kind of wasting away. And it's important for us to know what our purpose, because each and every one of us was created for a specific purpose, to do something. And so now here I am on today, discovering my purpose, discovering who it is I am and what it was I was created to be. And I'm actually walking in those steps now. And so, one of the things I really, really want to hone in on is the fact of, I didn't really realize it, but it is very important. Anytime you're trying to make a positive change in life, anytime you're trying to do anything that is different from what you've done before, you have to be willing to erase and remove the negative nuances from your life, whether it's negative people, whether it's negative things, whether it's a negative environment, whether it's a negative job, whatever it is that is negative, you have to be willing to let those things go. Because, see, here's the thing that I had to learn. A positive and a negative does not make a positive, okay? It's going to cancel each other out. And so in order to be able to create a positive, to receive and create a positive environment, a positive flow, a positive frequency, a positive vibration, you have to remove the negativity out. See, the thing is that we have to understand is that, God's word does not say that oil and water mix. It says it does not mix. It does not say that light and darkness mix. It does not mix, right? You can't be in or out. You can't be straddling the fence. You're either going to be hot or you're going to be cold. You're going to be for him or you're going to be against him. And so here's the thing. You got lightness. Lightness typically represents positivity and good and purity, and darkness typically represents the opposite of that. Okay. And so one thing I had to realize that I had to do is I had to remove the negativity from my life. I had to watch what I was watching. I had to think about what I was thinking about. I had to cut off relationships and ties with people that were negative, that were either were in a negative environment themselves, so therefore they wasn't bringing anything positive into my life, nothing encouraging, nothing supportive, nothing that was going to enhance or push me or motivate me to go in a positive direction, versus what they were doing was they were actually kind of encouraging. Okay, they were kind of stimulating the negative environment that I already had created for myself, right? You have to remove those things from your life. You have to be able to recognize those things. And one of the ways that I was able to recognize those things was through self-development, through self-love, and actually journaling. And so once I began to take these different steps and started to remove these people, these things, what I was hearing, what I was watching, what I was speaking, once I started to remove and change those things from my life, I started to open up room in order for me to be able to receive the positive things that basically were beginning to change my life and having me to have a different perspective on life. Okay. And so I want to be able to help you to and show you how to do that, how to be able to change, your environment, how to be able to change your thought process, how to be able to change what you hear, what you see, and replace those with positive things. Okay. Because let's admit, it's time for us to start busting through those glass ceilings. It's time for you to start busting through, all those barriers and those comfort zones. It's time for us to stretch that out, because we've been living in these bubbles for far too long, sis. It's time for us to bust through them so that we actually can start walking in our purpose. Okay. And so please take the time, take notes, go through the steps, go through them more than once. Okay. Go through them several times. Start going through these steps. And I'm telling you, once you start going through these 7 secrets that I've shared with you, you will start to experience an immediate change in your life. Okay. So I thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to coaching you. I look forward to working with you. Please enjoy the book. And, remember, you are whatever God created you to be. He didn't create you to be a victim. He didn't create you to identify yourself as a victim. You are a survivor, okay? And you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. Thank you.